Right, so I'll make a start, even though there might still be a few more people to come. So we've got a new project today, start of the month, and sort of focusing on people. So I'm really thinking, can be head and shoulders, but could be whole people. I was thinking what might be quite nice to do today is really just have a go at some quick sketches of each other for at least a few minutes. You could, if you want to do this, and you don't have to do this, but if you did want to, it might be an idea to maybe do 5-minute sketches and perhaps one person pose for 5 minutes and then swap over. So maybe work in pairs, and then that way you can at least have a little go. Other than that, though, there is plenty of photographs if you want to use photographs. I've got a couple of these books, which, although they're quite a good idea, sort of illustrate as bigger reference, but the picture's a bit small and they're probably quite dated. But I noticed on the internet there are quite a lot of sort of illustrators reference photos if you want to use things like that. Pinterest had a few. I also printed a few things out of Pinterest there. And then I basically looked through my folders, and that's all the different ones that had people in them. So that'll be what references this project. Also brought some sketchbooks in. These are sort of the last couple of years. I do quite a bit of sketching of people when I'm just sort of sitting around waiting for trains or on trains and things like that. It's just something quite nice to do. So that was one I did on Saturday when I was on my way up to London. And it's quite a nice habit to get into, and I find it's quite a nice way of just kind of warming up. If I'm going out painting, I find a little sketchbook like this is quite nice. It'll just fit in my bag, and then it's a way of just getting the eye in for the day and just getting relaxed into things. Morning. So I thought I'd use this photograph just as a quick demo. And this is something you could do if you wanted, is perhaps use two tones or two colours, like a light and a dark tone. So if I was going to have a go at sketching Lyndon, I might just start out just trying to kind of set things out roughly. Now, I don't actually draw like this very much, because I tend to just go straight in with line. I've done quite a lot of this kind of drawing with light drawing. I did years and years of light drawing. And with light drawing, they encourage you to sort of work quite quickly to start with, maybe like 5-minute poses. Just set out the main shapes. So this could be like head there, middle of his features there, perhaps eye level there, probably his ears going to come around here. And then once I've got that, I can just sort of break that into a little bit more shaping, sort of the shape of his hair like that. And this is really just kind of thinking lines, just feeling my way around. So I'm drawing quite lightly, and then his neck's there. The middle of his neck would be kind of going back that way, and then perhaps just a few guidelines for where his shoulders are going to be. So that would be about there. That's almost like the angle between his shoulders. I think that one might be slightly higher. He's kind of slightly leaning in to his brother there. And then looking through his torso, again, he's at a little bit of an angle. He's kind of sitting a little bit like that. So putting these sort of lines in, these almost like structural lines, are a way of just getting a sense of the pose. This particular arm here is quite straight, really like that. And this arm, perhaps coming down like that and then across here like that, and then hand there. So it just helps to get things set out to start with. And then once I'm reasonably happy that I've got the basic shapes where I want them to be, I can then start to go in with a little bit more definition. So within his head himself, that obviously is like halfway from the top of the skull to the chin. I'm expecting his nose to be maybe about 2/5 of the way from here to here, and perhaps his mouth another 1/5 down. So that's a very rough estimate, but you really got to rely on just what you can see. So I can see a tiny bit of his eye on that side, a little bit of eyebrow, nose coming out here. If somebody's wearing glasses, which he is, I tend to sort of draw them in as I go. So I could come across the frame of his glasses there and start that there. I probably won't finish the frame quite yet, but I'll make a start on it there. And then a little bit the other eyeball there. And I can see the side of the frame of his glasses comes back in, and then the other bit of his eyeball. There's a little bit of shadow there, and nostril shape there. His other eyebrow is in here. And then a little bit of I mean, if you need to sort of go back to the working out lines, you know, by all means do that. Frame of his glasses comes out here, hairline here, mouth, something like that. Bottom lip there, perhaps a little bit of shadow under the bottom lip, chin to there. And then work up through the forehead, and then really just kind of get a shape around the hair. Like that. Then back of his head. So it's just kind of working into what I've already set out. You find if you are drawing people, quite often they do move. You know, if you're working from somebody, something like that. And really, I just find I just start again, or just start something else, or you know, move on to something else. Sometimes, so these sketchbooks I've got here, like this one. I think I was sitting in the street with this one, and it's people, you know, a little bit of the person, then you get so far, and then they've gone, so you start something else. But it's really, it's not so much the end result, it's more just getting into the process of looking and just enjoying that process. I've got a little bit of his bag there, maybe a little bit of details of his jacket, but I might need to go back to this and just sort of establish exactly where that's going to be. Make that round there. And then just kind of keep going, really. I won't do it all. Is that enough to just get you started and inspired? So, if you do want to have a go with, I mean, I'm using pastels here, but you could use, if you want to, I've got plenty of pastel pencils here if you want to borrow some pastel pencils. Or if you want a light colour and then just go in with an ordinary pencil, that's fine. I've got a few of these lighter tone pencils. So welcome to use those, got plenty here. As I say, lots of examples of sketches and various references. It's not work that way.
So is that just the hold up that when
Yeah,
they get short,
yeah,
that's quite
when
good,
they
isn't
get
it? Yeah, because sometimes your favourite ones get short quickly, don't
Yeah,
they?
the holders come off. Yeah,
Oh, that's
they're,
good.
they're quite good because
Yeah,
these
otherwise it's too
they sort of
stumpy.
go down to they're a couple of quid each. And I just think, well, I might as well just use the whole
Yeah,
thing.
no, that's a good idea.
I think I've got one or two. That one's been in so long it's got stuck. Yeah. Right.
Have you all I'm just gonna
I know
wash this up.
some of you are having trouble parking. The last couple of weeks it seems to have been particularly bad.
They're
So-
building, it's men who are,
I see.
they're doing some building work.
The building here, right?
And so some of them are parked there.
Yeah. I mean, all I can suggest is just try and get in a bit earlier, and you can always drop your stuff and then go up and park if that helps. But yes, there's not much we can do, I'm afraid. Yeah. Okay.